Have you ever felt stuck between what God promised and what you're actually experiencing? Like you're called to something more, but nothing is happening. That space, the waiting, the silence, the frustration might be the most important part of your story. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll see waiting in a completely different way. Waiting feels empty. You prayed, you believed, you took steps of faith, and now nothing. The Bible is full of people who lived in this exact space. Abraham waited decades for a promised son. Joseph waited years in slavery and prison. David waited while being hunted even after being anointed king. The waiting was not a mistake. It was part of the plan. God rarely fulfills a calling instantly. Why? Because destiny without character can destroy you. In the waiting, patience is formed, humility is formed, faith is tested. Joseph could not have handled ruling Egypt at 17. David could not have led Israel as a teenager with no experience. The waiting wasn't punishment, it was preparation. What feels like delay might actually be training. When things are quiet, you find out what's in your heart. Are you chasing God or just what He can give you? The Israelites wanted the promised land, but many lost faith in the wilderness. Waiting exposed their doubts, fears, and dependence. Silence is revealing. It shows whether your faith is based on outcomes or on relationship. When everything is moving fast, you don't listen, but in stillness, God's voice becomes clearer. Elijah didn't find God in the earthquake, fire, or wind, but in a gentle whisper. The in-between is often quiet on purpose. It slows you down enough to hear direction you would have missed. Sometimes God waits for you to be quiet enough to listen. What if God gave you what you asked for too early? The relationship, the money, the influence, the success. Would it help you or harm you? Scripture says God's timing is perfect. Waiting can be protection disguised as delay. You don't see the future. He does. And sometimes the thing you're asking for is dangerous without growth first. You might want something good, but not the right thing. Waiting redirects you. Paul wanted to travel one way, but God stopped him and sent him another. Jonah ran, but was redirected back to his calling. Delays can be divine detours. They move you from what you want to what you're meant for. Faith grows when you don't see the outcome. Anyone can believe when results are instant, but faith is forged when you trust without proof. Hebrews says faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. Waiting stretches belief beyond sight, and stretched faith becomes unshakable faith. Imagine Abraham receiving Isaac instantly. Would his story have inspired millions? The waiting gave the promise weight. It turned blessing into testimony. Your future breakthrough will mean more because of the waiting. The struggle becomes part of the story. Just because you don't see progress doesn't mean nothing is happening. Roots grow underground before a tree appears. God often works invisibly first, changing people, opening doors, shaping circumstances. Silence doesn't mean absence. It often means behind-the-scenes preparation. Waiting feels lonely. It feels uncertain. It feels unfair. But Scripture never promises instant fulfillment. It promises purpose. Pain in the in-between is not wasted. It becomes wisdom, empathy, and strength. The waiting version of you is becoming the future version of you. First, stay faithful in small things. Joseph served in prison. David worshiped while hiding. Second, keep seeking God, not just answers. Prayer changes perspective even when circumstances don't change. Third, remember that delay is not denial. Timing is part of the miracle. Here's the truth most people miss. The in-between is not just about the destination. It's about who you become on the way. If God gave you everything instantly, you would miss the transformation. And transformation is often more important than the promise. If you're in the in-between right now, you're not forgotten. You're not abandoned. You're not behind schedule. You're in the middle of a story still being written. Waiting doesn't mean God is inactive. It means He's working in ways you can't see yet. Comment, "I'm in the in-between," if this spoke to you. And if you want more biblical insights into purpose, faith, and destiny, subscribe for more videos like this. Your waiting season is not wasted. It's shaping the person who will receive what's coming.